question. You see this right here? Look at this. Look at that. See, that's what people will tell you, and that shit ain't right.
Right.
I don't. He said, keep running for $2 a mile or close to it until you figure it out, because that is a good rate. Says who?
There we go. We good. How you doing? Good evening.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I just came across you maybe a couple of days ago. I like how you move, man. I like the advice you give. I like how you don't pull no punches. So I just had a quick question for you. I recently started about 2 months ago a little a little box truck situation. And from what I can see right now, or what it seems like everything is going okay. I've been constantly getting lows. I know you gotta pay your dues. So I've been kind of exclusively working with TQL because with a new MC, they're gonna pretty much rape you with the price and they're gonna work with you. So I just wanted to ask, like, do you what kind of advice do you have for me to eventually, you know, get this going just a little bit better?
When you say get it going better, what's going bad about it?
Trying to make a decent dollar. I'm saying right now it's sustainable.
What kind of truck you
It's
got?
a box truck, 26 footer.
Year,
No,
make, and model?
2019 Freightliner.
What you paying on it?
Well, the note a month is like 601.
$601?
Yeah,
That's it?
yeah. Because the way I did it, man, I did it kind of different. Kind of waited. I waited a couple of years to did my little research. Waited a couple of years to jump into it. So I pretty much
How
went and got
how much was it?
26,
No, how much did you
26,
pay for it?
26.
26,000?
Yeah,
And it's a 2019. It must got a lot of
yeah.
miles on it.
It was 267 when I got it.
Where'd you buy it from?
Penske. Penske.
2019. Was it level 3? Level 2?
Level two. Level two, yeah. Yeah.
How much is your
So
insurance?
15 coming out of New York. So it
How
it,
much
it,
is
it
your
it was like I got
what's your operating cost?
uh
What's your
I
cost per
haven't
mile?
really I haven't really gotten into that. I just been,
I don't
just
give a
doing the
fuck about
numbers.
a cost per mile.
Nah, it ain't that, bro. It's just that I haven't really mastered that part of it yet. Like that, how to. I seen a video you had earlier today where it was showing the person. It was just a little short joint showing the person how to really add all that stuff up. And to be honest with you, I didn't really get into that part yet. The way I've been doing it, just doing quick numbers. I just been trying to like keep myself, close to $2 a mile. You know what I'm saying? And I see how the game is coming out the east.
Wait. You said you've been
And
trying to keep yourself close to $2 a mile?
yeah,
What
two
you mean
dollars a
by that?
mile. Yeah.
What you
So
mean by that?
if I see a load that's going, 300 miles away, at the bare minimum, I be trying to push for that 6. Sometimes it'd be a little higher than 6. So that's the way I just been gauging it, just
So
winging it for
so
real,
so
for
how
real.
much so how much you making?
I haven't
I
even
don't give a
did all
fuck
the
about a
numbers yet.
cost per mile.
Yeah. So this is why I'm calling you. What should I be doing better
You need
to
to
try
you
to
need to know you need to know what you you don't know what your operating cost is. You don't know what
right,
it's costing you to run your business. Listen,
right,
anybody that say they winging a business, I know some of your favorite people say it. Fuck all of that, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. Like anybody that don't take offense to it. If you out here winging it and you call yourself a businessman, man, we ain't honoring that, big dog. We ain't honoring it.
okay,
Like you should know what it costs you to run your business. That's the whole point. You don't even know what you making or if you
right,
making anything.
right.
You should know what it's costing you to run your business. So that's the first thing. You should know you should know your operation costs. What's your cost per mile? You that's the first thing you want to know. You want to do.
So I
Calculate
guess
your costs.
from what you telling me now, so I guess what I'm gonna do tonight before I lay down, because I noticed you asked me a couple of key questions, and I'm pretty sure that factors into the cost per mile, which was the note and which was the insurance. So from there, from what I think I remember seeing what you had on earlier, you pretty much you add all that up, right?
It's a lot.
And
It's
then
a
the
lot more. It's a lot more to that's the note and the insurance. Those are fixed costs. What other fixed costs you got? What variable costs you got? You said you
right.
watched that video
Yeah, yeah, it was a little short joint. I watched it. I'm gonna
with
go
the
back
hand,
to it because it's in my
with the
history.
hand, with the hand,
Yeah,
the
yeah, it's like you
illustration
had like a
video. Yeah,
yeah, right.
you need to watch that a million times, big dog.
Got you.
Yeah, cause you know, you, you don't know what you like. You just running. You don't know what you if you making, if you losing. You don't know what you got going on. You just
That's a fact.
doing some. You just doing some shit.
That's a fact.
So the advice I'm gonna give you, that's the advice. You can't really talk about nothing until you know what it's costing you. Your truck, listen, before you go on a load board and look for anything, you should know what it's costing you. You should know what's profitable and what's not profitable.
So in hindsight, that right there is gonna let you know what loads you should be taking and what you shouldn't be taking, what's beneficial for you and what's not,
Exactly.
pretty much.
Exactly. Because right now you guessing.
Right.
You guessing. I'm not running no business if I don't know what my cost is. If I'm selling lemonade, I got a lemonade stand. I need to know what each lemon costs me. I need to know how much the ice costing me, the cup that I'm serving. All that's factored in. The spoon I'm putting in there, if I'm putting a spoon in there or a straw, all the production costs for me to produce that product, I need to know what it costs me to produce that cup of lemonade so I know what to charge my customer.
Right. And that way you can see,
That
what
way I know
and
what I'm making. I don't know what I'm
yeah,
making if I'm just slicing up lemons. I could be squeezing 4-5 lemons. But guess what? I might only be able to squeeze one lemon. How much sugar am I putting in this lemonade? If I'm buying a pound of sugar, then I need to do the mathematical equation for each scoop. Okay, we can only put 2 tablespoons. Every tablespoon is going to cost 0.02 cents or whatever the equation is. That's why when you go to, certain restaurants, or let's say you go to a bar, you got some bars where they do a freehand pour, and then you got some bars you go to where they put that measurer on there. They'll grab a bottle and they'll put that thing on there, and then they'll turn it, and then that measurer will cut it off, right?
right,
And then it'll
right,
send a thing to the register. That measurer is doing is pouring an exact shot. So that
right,
owner of that bar don't have to worry about they bartenders having a heavy hand, or the person who tipping real heavy, that bartender showing them love and pouring them a double shot and only charging them for a single shot.
got you.
Right? Because that owner of that bar, listen, I know I paid $56 for this bottle of Don Julio Aneo. How many shots do you get out of each bottle? All right, well then I need to charge X amount of dollars for each shot. It's just
Got
like
you.
anything. You think you own a bar, you just letting the bartender just pour
Maybe.
away.
Yeah. How often do you do these lives? Because it's my first live catching you on here.
Or you can listen to people like him in the chat that's telling you to just keep running for $2 a mile. Listen, I don't listen. I'm gonna ask you a question. You see this right here? Look at this. Look at that. See, that's what people will tell you, and that shit ain't right.
Right.
I don't. He said keep running for $2 a mile or close to it until you figure it out, because that is a good rate. Says who? It's a good rate for who? Who is it a good rate for? See, that's ignorant shit. You know why? Because what if your operational cost is $1.98? What if your
Right.
operation cost is $1.99? You see what I'm saying? So that shit is bullshit. Can't run at nothing. It's a good rate to who? You don't even know what your cost is. Somebody will tell you that and be like, oh, just keep running at $2 a mile. That's a good rate. Says who? It may be a good rate to some. It may not be a good rate to many. It may not be a good rate to you. A good rate, you can't determine what's a good rate until you know what it's costing you. So when you see shit like this, I call shit like this out. I don't give a goddamn who it is. I don't care how long they've been watching the channel. None of that, because it's wrong. You should know what it's costing you. So if your cost is $1.50 to run, and you take something for $2, you making what a mile?
50 cents.
If you take something for $2.25, you making what a mile?
75.
All right, if you take something for $2 a mile and you don't know what your cost is, what you making?
You don't know
So
what you're making. You might
just
not be
because
making
this
nothing.
right, so just because this person say it's a good rate, how do you know that?
Right.
Who says that's the industry standard? There's people out here running at cost at $2 a mile. Oh, well, I'm gonna run because so and so said $2 a mile. Man, get out of here with that. That shit is bad information. I don't care what type of business you in. If you selling dope,
Nah, that's
you
a fact.
is you measuring that shit?
Right. That's a fact.
You ever sold dope before?
Nah,
No?
not me. Never.
All right. Well, okay. Well, here's the thing. Any business that you get in, you should know what it's costing you.
That's a fact. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my stuff tonight, man. I'm gonna do my numbers, and I want to get back with you. Let you know next time. How often do you have these lives?
Man, it depends on how I feel, man. Like this week I did 2. I might not do one next week. It's just you just gotta catch me. You gotta make sure you turn all your post notifications on, and just whenever
Yeah,
you
I
see the
definitely
notification
subscribe.
for a call-in show, then that's when I'm doing it. I gotta be in the mood for it, bro. These call-in
I got you.
shows, man, they be kind of rough sometimes, so I gotta be in the mood for them. Yeah, so
It's
just
crazy
make sure
for a
you.
person that's been doing this for so long, man. You coming across so many people that's uneducated with the business, and people that's still green. And I guess you find yourself giving out a lot of information that could be it could wear a person down sometimes, man. You'd be surprised.
That's why I do it for free, and I don't. People be offering me big money. Like it be people
Right.
sliding into my DMs and shit. Like, man, Mar, I know you don't charge, but please, I'll give you this, I give that. I don't do it because look at the headaches just trying to get shit through people's head for free. So, and I be generally just, genuinely concerned doing it pro bono. So if a person is paying me, now I got even more, it bothers me more because now I gotta make sure and some people just ain't got it, bro. So I
Right.
don't need that type of stress on me. I don't need nobody calling me, bothering me and shit, because I don't need the money. So I'd rather do it for free. You know what I'm saying? And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Because
Right.
everybody ain't gonna get it anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna get it anyway. But it is, it's bothersome that so many people come into business and they don't do what's in their best interest. They get misled. They think this shit is easy. They treat it like a hustle. This shit is business. This is how like guys like me take advantage of you. See, I like suckers. I like green people. I love a good person I could take advantage of, because if you in the business, it's all fair in love and war. It's fair game. I'm really not taking advantage of you because you out here. You're a professional, whatever I'm doing. If you're my competition, we're in the same industry, I'm trying to take your food. I need it. And if you just stupid and you green because you won't pick up a book or you won't do what you need to do to educate yourself, then man, let me go ahead and get that up out you,
Man,
pimp.
get that up
Go
off you. Yeah,
ahead and
that's a
step to
fact.
the side. Let me show you
That's a
something.
fact.
Let me help you to understand something real quick. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't feel bad for people. I don't. I generally don't feel bad once you become a professional in whatever industry it is. You didn't take the time to educate yourself. Person that's trying to educate themselves, that's learning, that's going through the curve, that's going about things the right way. That's one thing, but it's just so many people that just the basic general information, like you, like not just out here on the lam. One of the main things you running a business, you should know what it costs you to run your business. Period. Listen, this live streaming, I know how much money I lose on this shit every month. I know how much money I lose on it. Why? Because you think I'm not gonna write this shit off? Like I know everything. You have to keep up with this shit. You have to. You can't. I listen. Everybody want to scale. This is the thing. Everybody want to scale. Scale. Scale is the magic word. And you know why a lot of people can't scale? Because they never master the first vehicle. They don't know what it costs to run the first vehicle. How can you duplicate something when you don't even know what the hell you got going on?
Right.
Listen, I say it all the time. I went in my pocket one time. Never went back in my pocket again. I know what's going out, what's coming in. Each vehicle I bought, I didn't go acquire another one until that vehicle recouped. And then I recycled that money.
Same game plan. That's right.
Like you gotta know what's going out and what's coming in. You gotta know how much money you're making. Like that's the point of business. Like I don't even know how to, like, I've said this shit so many times to so many different people. I don't even know how many more. I don't think it's no more ways I can say it.
We can explain it, right? I got you.
You
I'm
know?
on top of it
So
tonight, man. I appreciate it very much, man. Glad you pulled my coat to that because running so fast, brother, slipping. And you're right. That's something I should have known from the rip. So I'm gonna
yeah,
get on top of it tonight.
you should know how much you initially invested. Do you even know how much did you initially invest into this business?
Well, with the truck, like I said, 26 and all the insurance from the beginning and all that stuff, I
See, it ain't no
probably push like
probably.
31. Yeah, probably about
Okay.
31.
So have you recouped your initial investment?
Nah, not yet. I just started now.
Okay. Well, you really don't even have a solid number on what your initial investment is. So you should know
It's
what your
roughly 30.
initial investment is to even know when you even recouped it. Did you buy your truck cash? Or you financing your truck?
Yeah, what I did, I got a line of credit, and then I just went and purchased it from them. So dealing with the bank pretty
Who
much.
who'd you get a line of credit through?
My credit union.
So you bought the truck in your personal name?
Nah, it's under the company's name, but I'm the guarantor.
Okay. So what's your interest rate?
The interest rate was like 12.5 or something like that.
And what's the term?
12.5, 12.7.
What's the term?
Uh, the term was I don't think it was a term because what it is it's
It's
a
got to be a
revolving line of
term.
credit. Nah, it's a
I,
revolving line of credit.
but the truck. So the bank paid the truck, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So
They
so
gave
how
me
much was your line of credit?
for 38.
38. So
Yeah,
how much was the truck all in with the taxes and fees and everything?
28. About 29.
So you pulled 29 from that 38.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
still got about 9,000 in that
yeah.
line
Still
of
got
credit,
some. Yeah,
right? So what's the minimum that you got to pay back that line of credit a month?
6.
6. All right.
Yeah, 6. So I ain't think the number was that bad as far as
So so
the
so
note.
so you in more than 31 then.
Not really. No.
Yeah, you are, because you paying 29 back with a 12% interest rate. How
Oh
much was
yeah,
your
that's a fact. Nah, that's a
hold my
fact. If you looking
all
at it
right,
like
so
that, yeah, yeah.
how much is your down payment for your insurance?
That was like 11. That was like 11. So
1100.
yeah, yeah,
And
it
how
was like
much is your
11,
insurance a month?
15.
So, all right, okay, you got a pallet jack,
Yeah, yeah, I got everything I need.
you got your MC.
Yeah, I got everything.
So you spent way more than 31,000. That's what I'm saying. So you don't even know what your initial investment was. It couldn't have been
Yeah, nah.
31 if it couldn't have been 31 if you pulled 29,000 out from a line of credit.
Yeah, nah. It's like it was 26 for the truck, right? The insurance, the insurance was 11. But you got to remember, see, pretty
Wait,
much that money that I pulled from the line of credit for the truck, I already had my own little bit of money. So like I might have used my own little bit of money for the insurance, right? So it's like 31 I pulled out because I still got
it,
the
it
rest of
it
that
it
shit.
don't matter what money you used it.
Right, right,
So 31 is not your initial investment. If you bought the truck 29, I don't care
right,
where you got it from. You could have pulled it out your ass. You spent it.
right,
So that's still 29. You spent
right,
another 1100 on the down payment.
right,
You spent another 300 on the MC. You spent
right,
another 200, 250, 150 on structuring the business.
right,
Your BOC3, your UCR,
right.
your pallet jack probably was 500. You got
Yeah,
straps, you
yeah,
got low bars,
yeah, yeah,
you got gloves. You
yeah.
spent money. You spent money.
That's a fact.
You spent more than 31,000. You spent more than just you're paying 29,000 with 12% interest. Even with take the interest out, 29 plus 11, that's 31 right there.
26.
29. You
Why?
said it
What?
was
Where
it
you getting?
was you said it was taxes, right? You said after taxes and stuff it came out to
Yeah.
about 29,
So
right?
yeah, I was yeah. So it was 28.50 actually because I had to pay like 25 for the for the registration and all that. So I bought the truck out of state. So what happened was when I bought it, they didn't charge me no taxes then. So you know when once I did the
You going to have to pay those taxes.
yeah, I did. I had to pay it with the IRP and all that craziness. You know what I'm saying? To register to get the
What state did you buy the
to get
truck
the
in?
IFTA and all. I bought it in Jersey.
And you from New York, right? I could tell by your
Right,
accent. All right,
right.
so so 29 still.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
roughly, yeah.
you spent over 31. That's what I'm saying. You don't know exactly what your full initial investment was.
Right.
So you need to
Nah,
go do a lot of. You need to go back from the start and get all this information. How much did it start you to start this business? You need a cold hard number,
number.
and then you need to know what it's costing you to run your truck.
I got you. I'm on it, man. I'm glad that you're giving it to me like that because you're right. I didn't sit down and do all those numbers, and I need to know what I'm working with so I know how this can be paid back. I know how to move. I know what to charge for these loads or what to accept for these loads, I should say, or how to negotiate for these loads. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I've been moving so fast that I didn't even take none of that stuff into account. Some of these numbers that you're talking about, like the BOC3, just for the authority, for the MC number, things like that. That was things that came out of my paycheck. So I really didn't even put those numbers together with, you
That's a
understand what I'm saying
see,
with,
and
with,
and
with
when you say
Rob
that to
line of
me,
credit.
that's just and when you say it to me, that's just an excuse. I don't care. Like I said, you could pull it out your ass. Pause.
Right.
At the end of the day, no matter how small or how big, it went into your initial cost, and the money got to be recouped. You need to know
That
what it cost you to start the business. You need to pay it back, right? Because you're not in the green until you recoup your initial investment.
investment. That's a fact.
Like, and then when you're out here running actively, you need to know what it's costing you to run. You like everybody want to grow and grow. You'll never grow. You'll never get to that point. people ask me all the time, Mark, I watched your montage. Man, there was a lot of trucks out there. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? Man, I know what it cost me to run my business. You'll never grow if you're losing money. If you losing money because you don't know what it costs you to run your business, you're never gonna grow. In order to grow, you need to know what it's costing you. You need to know what's coming in so you know what you can invest. Like this shit it's to me, bro, this shit's simple. Maybe it's simple because I know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing when I started, uh, day one, and you can watch some of them live streams. I went and dug up some of my old notebooks from when I was just working out of my pickup truck. I still accounted for uh my costs every single day. Even before I became licensed, I was renting trucks. I had a journal, notebook, a ledger every single day. I would take a notebook like this, and I would take a ruler and I would draw lines, and I would do my cost, my labor cost, my fuel, whatever receipts. I would staple them to the back of that sheet. I've done live streams and I put all that shit out and showed it. You have to do this shit. Like you should want it. Listen, I'm keeping it a buck with you. I got off on knowing what I actually made. I got off.
Right.
That shit made me woo.
Right.
Woo. I was getting off, boy. I want to know what I'm making.
It's crazy.
See, I can't get off until I actually know what I made. See, I can't go to sleep. I can't do none of that shit. Like, I don't see how people be working all day, then come home and doing all this goofy ass shit. No. We need to see what. Okay, we spent this. All right, where is that receipt? Okay, oh yeah. Draw lines. Okay, boom. All right, now I'm straight. I need to know. I need to know. I can't do nothing. I can't go on no dates. I can't do
No.
that until I know how
Right.
much bread was made.
You got that shit straight,
Officially,
right?
the net. I need to know what it is. I can't do nothing
Got
on everything I love. I swear to God, I put that on everything. Ain't nothing functioning until I know how much bread came in officially. That's when you know you a real businessman, because everything else get put to the side. You need to know exactly how much bread you made officially.
That's dope, man. Hey, yo, so the way I'm looking at it, right, is like I'm gonna sit here, man. This is the greatest advice that I've gotten, you know, since I started this, right? I have a lot of friends and people that surround me that see me take on this endeavor, right? And I used to find myself getting agitated when they was asking me questions, the same thing that you telling me that I need to know. So I used to find myself agitated, and now I know why, because I didn't sit down and do my homework. Right? I appreciate you, Mark, and I thank you for that, man. Because I'm gonna
It's
go get
all
on
good.
top of my stuff tonight. It's a
Yeah, man.
must.
Get on top of that, big dog.
I appreciate it very much, man. Thanks for the opportunity to highlight you. I'll be back, hopefully, man, to let you know that I got all my stuff together, man.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, man. Peace.